In my hand, I have a PSP console, and at my feet, I have an entire bag full of PSP and Xbox 360 games. The PlayStation Portable console is charging behind me, and as of yet, I have not turned it on, so I don't know if this beauty is going to work. We're going to test it. I paid £10 for this, so very cheap, hopefully very cheerful if it works. And luckily, I got everything inside. We've got the little case, we've got the manual, got the headphones, even down to the polystyrene, everything that it came in to kind of protect this thing on launch is right here. So I'm super stoked. So 10 quid, we're going to test it in this video. But first of all, I'm going to show you guys what retro games I picked up. Okay, let's go in no particular order. There's also some Nintendo DS titles in here as well. So we'll dive through. Managed to also get some Pokemon titles, and I used my age-old tip of asking, is there anything in the back? Can you have a look for me? And all of this stuff was bought from out the back, so it really does pay to ask. We have a copy on the Nintendo DS of Pokemon Dash, 95 pence. Boxed complete right here, right down to the kind of Nintendo DS paraphernalia as well as manual. Never played it. It looks like a top-down, almost like Micro Machines game. It says here, become the Pokemon Dash Grand Prix champion. Really looking forward to playing that. Picked up Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team. Again, all of these were, every single game in here was 95 pence. This is also boxed complete. I think I have a copy of this, I could be wrong, but I haven't played it. So, but anything Pokemon, obviously it holds its value, and it's just a great little thing. Like, I love adding Pokemon games into my collection, and I'm still after a big Pikachu, by the way. I want a huge Pikachu. And then here is an all-time favourite of mine, got Nintendogs, this being the Dalmatian and Friends edition. I always wanted a Dalmatian. But I heard that they are very high in energy, so I'm sticking with my little Molly Moo for now. But Nintendogs was a classic. You got to look after the dog, you got to train the dog, you got to clean up after the dog if it has some accidents. It was a really nice kind of interactive Tamagotchi-esque title on the Nintendo DS. If I remember correctly, it was a launch title as well. So again, guys, 95 pence. This is random, this is not a game, but this was a guide. Look how small this guide is for Call of Duty Black Ops. Have you ever seen one of these really tiny kind of pocket-sized guides there? Usually they're like A4 size. Had to grab that bad boy. We got Pool Academy on the PS1. I was recently talking about pool as I picked it up on the Super Nintendo. I don't own this, and again for 95p you can just sink hours worth of time into this. And then a beautiful title, Command & Conquer Red Alert. This was the first Command & Conquer I ever watched being played, and in fact, when I say watched, I didn't play it much back in the day because I was just so hooked at watching my friend Matt play it that he introduced me to the Command & Conquer series, if I can speak. But absolutely stoked with this 2-disc, really buzzing. Surrender is not an option. So again, it's like a top-down strat game. Loved it, played it a lot since, still holds up by 2019 standards. Continuing on, we have a nice mixture in here actually. We'll grab this little stack out here. We've got Lumines Puzzle Infusion, a little bit kind of Tetris-y columns-esque on the PSP, all boxed and complete. Metal Gear Acid, 95 pence. An all-new gear for your all-new gear. Okay, a plane has been hijacked by an unknown terrorist threat, and it's up to Solid Snake to infiltrate the enemy and put an end to this dangerous crisis. Metal Gear Solid is a classic stealth action franchise. I loved it the most on the PlayStation 1. The very first Metal Gear, well, not the very first, but on the kind of first Metal Gear Solid I played on the PlayStation 1. Not so big of a fan on the NES, but you don't see things like this in charity shops. So when you do, you really have to take advantage and just buy everything. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue again. Oh, it's actually, wait a minute, I got a couple of things in here. That was actually not, I need to just kind of keep that in there, there we go. Love, love, love my races. I think the Gran Turismo games look refined and polished, as they should do. And of course, Gran Turismo was revolutionary for the PlayStation 1 with its amazing graphics and customization options back in the day. We have Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes. Again, not titles you see in the treasure shops. I'm just flying through these. There's not going to be much cutaway to gameplay because I do have a lot to get through. Next up then, we have a nice copy of Grid on the PlayStation 3, a title that I haven't played. And as with Gran Turismo, I think I'm really intrigued by races. Ever since Forza Horizon came out, it's really kind of interested me that little bit more again. I had this bit of a drought where I just didn't play any races other than Mario Kart. And I know my good friend Waz, who is a subscriber and sponsor of the channel, he just got this on next gen consoles. So I'm pumped to give that a whirl. We got Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Don't know a massive amount about that title, and I know one thing that I know that is not in my collection, so I thought I'd snag a copy of this. And then this next game actually surprised me because the guy in the charity shop said that it's very good. I wouldn't have picked it up otherwise. And it's Beijing 2008. Now, I used to play International Track and Field on the PlayStation 1, and it was very much about button mashing and timing. I used to play it with my auntie, and we had a lot of fun playing it. So I'm kind of looking at this and I'm like, I'm gonna give this one a go, you know, for 95p. It is something that I can try that is probably outside my comfort zone a little bit, but if you've played it, please let me know in the comment section below. Okay, before we test the console then, I'm gonna show you the next heap of games. Come on, Libby, you're in my way, baby girl. What you doing? You wanna help? She loves it. We're on to predominantly PSP games now. We have a copy of Mortal Kombat Unchained. Again, I checked every single one of these, all nice and complete. Nothing is ever for me going to beat the glorious 16-bit Mortal Kombat games, but I thought I'd give this a whirl. This just looks crazy on the back. We got chess combat, puzzle combat, and then the kind of classic Mortal Kombat as you would expect from a fighter. We got an F1 Grand Prix. I think I purchased every single PSP game within the store. I'm willing to give anything a go. GTA Liberty City Stories. This is complete, you know, got the map, got everything in there. I think I already own this, but I'm not sure that's why I kind of snagged it. Killzone Liberation. I think somebody must have traded in an entire bundle of games. This looks like it's an isometric kind of top-down shooter. It says intelligent third-person camera for tactical play and close-up sequences. I'm not a huge Killzone fan. I did give it a whirl back on the PlayStation 3 days, but it just didn't grab me. But like I said, you know, willing to kind of give anything a go. Libby definitely wants some fuss here. Now this is super addictive. Football Manager 2009. Like, I think, like back in the day, Football Manager games, and still are for some, very, very addictive because there's lots of strategy involved, and there was a time on the Amiga that I got completely sucked into managerial games like this. So this kind of has a little bit of nostalgia for me. And then we have here Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. I know nothing about this game. Sorry about Libby here, she's bashing onto my new tattoo as well. This, to me, it looks like a card game, so yeah, I don't know really what to expect. Konami, gone half the glory days of Konami. But if any of you know anything about this, I'm pretty certain some of my subscribers will be able to give me some information. So let's go ahead. I best make a pile on the floor because I think Libby's going to absolutely destroy the pile. So we have more, and again, I'll tell you what I paid if you want to know. If you want to know, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you in the comments what I actually paid. So we have a few more titles here. We got PES, so Pro Evolution Soccer, PES 6. Whatever, man. I don't like football games. I haven't since the 16-bit period, but 95p, go on then. We got 300 March to Glory. This is one that's always intrigued me. Live the epic battle inspired by the powerful graphic novel and film 300. So that intrigues me, gamers. 300 intrigues me somewhat. Does it intrigue you, Libby? She says she approves. She definitely approves. Some 360 games now. Now, I've been trying to kind of think about my 360 collection, and as much as I have some of these on the PlayStation 3, I can stream them. I have Black Flag, I have it on the PS4 as well, but I didn't have it on the PlayStation 3. For me, one of the best Assassin's Creed titles since Assassin's Creed 2. I love the kind of pirates setting, I love the nautical feel, I just love everything about this title, and it really does look nice on the PlayStation 4 as well. Got F1 2012, don't really have a lot to say about this. Every time I see like an F1 game now, I'm like, Waz would just love this. Again, make yourself known if you're in the comment section, Waz. Another DS title here. Looks really cruddy from the screenshots at the back, really blocky polygons, almost kind of like it shouldn't be a DS game. This is FIFA World Cup 2006. Who won FIFA World Cup 2006? Who won the World Cup in 2006? Bonus points to anyone that can tell me. Limited edition Dark Souls. So this includes, I believe, an art book and the game. Yes, it does. You can see the game and the art book is just underneath here. I think in fact I do own this version, but 95p gamers, come on. Got a copy of 2013 Tomb Raider, a revamping of the Tomb Raider franchise, and this is a glorious return for Lara Croft, or at least it was a glorious return for Lara Croft. Really enjoyed Tomb Raider since this. It just lost its way a bit, as we've spoken about, since Angel of Darkness. From there, Tomb Raider for me just didn't feel right, but this really started to rejuvenate my love for Lara Croft again, in an era where Uncharted started to dominate. We got PES 2013. I don't need to say anything about this, gamers. It doesn't enthrall me. And then finally, we got Daxter on the PSP. So I think that is like a decent haul by charity shop standards. And it's not too bad, especially with the PSP as well, which we're about to test. Will it work? I paid £10 for it. Stay tuned and let's see if it turns on. I really hope it works. Get in. It didn't work when I tried it in the shop because it needed charge, so I did put it on charge before I started this video, and it works. So Libby, we paid 10 quid for that. That's not too shabby at all. So gamers, I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Retro Game Pickups. Not all retro, we've got some 360 titles in here. But nonetheless, I really hope you've enjoyed it. So please leave a like rating. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss more upcoming content, which I have planned. It's going to be awesome. But for now, I will catch you on streams this weekend here on YouTube and Mixer, and I'll catch you with another video on Monday. My name is Gemma, take care, see you soon.